One nice part about this, though, is the version of this level I did originally, unless I'm confusing it because we're in the same location as a similar battle, but this, if I'm not mistaken, this battle had a lot of dragons in it, and I did not have... I had one dragon slaying person at that point. I was not very good at the slaying of the dragons, if you will. Now, like, I would fucking demolish that level because I've got multiple weapons that are dragon slaying type weapons. Denim, for instance, is wearing anti-dragon armor, which when you combine a couple pieces, it's either 2 or 3 pieces together, it gives him the ability to equip Dragon Slayer to his list of abilities. Obviously, you have to replace a different ability because you only get 4 for that to work, but like you can easily take away like for Denim, you could easily take away like a what's it called? Shoot, what is it called? There's a name to the move. It's basically when you have two when you attack an enemy and they attack you, and the person behind them also attacks them. Pincer, I think, is what it's called. So you can easily take Pincer off in replacement for a Dragon Slayer, because particularly when you have a level that has many dragons on it, Pincer's not going to do as much damage as if you had Dragon Slayer on. Another thing I kind of noticed about this game, which I'm not sure if it was in an earlier version and they stripped it away for Reborn, or if it's just a matter of just really bad luck, but if you have characters, if you have multiple characters with Pincer on it, you know, and you surround an enemy, okay, on 3 sides, and you go to attack with your character, should not all 3 of those characters that have Pincer also proc Pincer? But they don't. Only the one does. Even though the character, if he has counter, will counter each one of the Pincers. So they'll, like that. See how he countered both attacks? But if he had been surrounded on another side and that character also had Pincer, Pincer would only proc for one character, you know. And like I said, maybe that's just bad luck. Maybe it's I've not had enough characters with Pincer on it surrounding an enemy that multiple people would proc. But you would feel that should be a legitimate strategy that they may have nerfed in this game, so that you don't overuse Pincer and just surround a boss character, if you will, and then you proceed to hit the boss with your first character, you know, then he counters Pincer, 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 and you end up dealing, I don't know, let's say 400 plus damage to him.
You're no soldier from Armorica, and young to be the Duke's honor guard. Perhaps you're neither. Perhaps you're a wanted man.
The Butcher of Goliath.
Butcher of Goliath.
And if I am?
You cut down Ronsenbach for what? To gain the support of those who still rally against the Hierophant's loyals? It would serve to reason that you're here after the Duke's head then. Ha! A cur come back to bite his master's hand.
Watch who you call cur.
We want the Duke dead as much as you, boy. But we do this alone. We've no need of a butcher's aid. Now, lay down your swords, and we'll spare your lives.
If it's our swords you want, come and take them.
So, one of the things that you need to watch out for anytime someone asks you to lay down your sword and we won't harm you, particularly in this era, this genre, this situation, just because you lay your sword down and they're not going to harm you, that could be a lie, and they may just slaughter you after you lay your sword down. Okay, you have to be aware of that. Say they are a honor bound, if you will, to follow the rules of war, knightly conduct, what have you. That doesn't mean that once you surrender and they take you away that they're not going to hang you or have someone else put the knife to you, you know, or torture you. Plus, there's a certain amount of lose the battle to win the war, but if you lose a decisive battle, you may have lost the war anyways. So, strategic reserve, strategic things, ammo, fuel, steel, rubber, anything that you need to make war. If you lose access to a supply of that, it makes it more difficult to wage a war based on how you want to wage it, that is. So, like for instance, this situation, we may have caught our enemy by surprise. And so if we were to back down, retreat, not necessarily surrender, but if we were to retreat, it would likely cost the lives of some of our companions, first of all, in the retreat. And you would basically draw a giant bullseye on a city that you have the ability to win now. You don't have the ability to win later. Plus, retreating, there's always the food, water, shelter thing. You retreat, you could lose access to food, water, shelter that if you'd stayed and battled. I know there's a lot of variables in there, but what I'm trying to say is just because someone guarantees your safety doesn't mean you're actually safe or that's a smart idea. Some of it is a psychological trick, So Wolf. That's a lot of damage. Numbers can be dangerous because when you start doing 1,000 damage on a crit, you start looking for that high again. It's like, I gotta do another 1,000 damage. Like, well, how did you deal 1,000 damage? Did you deal it on a critical? Did you deal it on a finisher? Did you have, I don't know, 3 blue buffs on your Kashua, and that's why she did 1,000 damage? Did that knight double parry my attack? She parried the attack and she parried the counter attack. pincer, that is. So this is one of the very few times you're going to see me use Radcliffe. I just kind of needed someone. I'm not really sure why I chose him in the first place now that I mention it. I recruited him because I was looking for another character like Canifus that could move more freely. But when I went down into the Palace of the Undead, I started picking up rings that allow your characters to basically ignore height. So, I don't know. Excuse me, sir, you're not allowed to do that. It is illegal. I've decided it is illegal for you to do that. So we are going to put an end to you now. Like this. Bye-bye.
Unfortunate to die at the hands of one so
Unworthy. Yeah.
Now's our chance to find the Duke and the Dark Knight Lancelot, then quit this place for good.
Ding, ding, ding.
No! Spare me! Please! Mercy!
Whatever shall we do with you?
Please. This was Branton's idea. It was him put me to this. I've no quarrel with the Dark Knights. Mercy, I beg you.
I think the opposite is true.
Honor whatsoever.
Whatever you wish. My honor is yours. I am at your command.
Then I command you to be silent.
I bear you no ill will. Truly, it was a demon, an ogre crept inside me.
I said silent.
Lies.
Mercy, was it? Very well. I grant you your life.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
But you are never to appear in my sight again.
Thank you. I won't. I swear it.
Away with you! My thanks to you both.
A horse arrived from Fidok a short while ago. Prancet is no longer under chain at Heim. Someone has taken him away.
What? Who did this?
The Liberation Front, it seems.
Now that we have the princess, Prancet is of no further use. Yet I'd rather not have him filling people's heads with hearsay. I'll leave this matter in your capable hands. Find this party from the front and destroy them. I care not if Prancet should fall with them. All who know the truth must be dealt with, and swiftly.
On the honor of House Glacius, it will be done.
And what of Branton?
He's made his bed, let him lie in it. As for us, we practice patience. Soon we will find what we seek.
Alright, I guess we're headed back to La Marca.
We put ourselves at your mercy. Our swords are yours, if you'll have them.
Those who refused surrender have already left the castle.
We are yours to command, my lord.
It was Selena's order that we surrender, should it come to that.
What's done is done. We must look forward now.
Regent Branton, Hierophant Balbatos, Duke Ronway.
These are the men who set us against each other. They embroiled Valeria in an unending war to satisfy their lust for power. How many innocents have suffered for their greed? When we still lived under the heel of the Galgastani, I swore I would never follow in their footsteps. And if I found myself marching down their path, I vowed to forfeit my life. Are you prepared to do the same?
Those of us who remain have long harbored doubts about the Duke's methods. I cannot say that we are all prepared to make such sacrifice, but we will follow your example as best we can.
They know you had no part in the misfortune at Balmamusa, so Leonard told us everything before he left for Koretanai. He took with him those who would not listen or yet supported the Duke in spite of the truth.
I was to march for Balmamusa, but Leonard commanded me to stay. He did the same for anyone he felt might balk at such an order. When the deed was done, he told us he meant to bear the blame, and that you were to carry on in his stead.
Leonard said this.
Accept us among you. On our lives, I swear you will never have cause to regret it.
Very well. This day hence, we fight as one.
Canopus! And Denham too! I'm glad to see you both well.
And you, Sir Mirden. Sir Gildas?
How is he? The star
This is where we get to
remains lost
recruit
in the
Gildas.
mists of sleep, but he draws breath.
He
his
didn't
whole
get pulled
body.
by the necromancer
And Lancelot,
into his
has he
dark
not
army.
returned?
I have not seen him since the night of the Bakram attack. They held us at a camp outside Rhyme. We would be there still, if not for you. What is next for you? An assault on Fidok, I suppose.
That's the plan. A rift grows between Branton and the Dark Knights. While they contend with one another, we stand a good chance of taking the castle.
As it happens, we have a score of our own to settle. Room in your party for 2 more?
Good. Let us ride. Sir Denham, word from our shadows in the Bakram army. The Dark Knights have dispatched a lone company from Fidok. They travel by stealth for Bode.
Bode, of all places?
The Liberation Front. But why would the Dark Knights move against them now?
Whatever the reason, no good will come of it. Best have a look for ourselves.
Let's move.